Okay, Steeler fans. So this is just something in my preview yesterday that I kind of left out that maybe I addressed a little bit, but I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on. So I'm just going to come on here and talk about it right now. What's going on, everybody? I am Mac, back with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram. Link is in the box below. So yes, we are less than 48 hours away from Steelers Colts in Indy this coming Sunday. And even though I did touch up upon this in my preview, there was something that I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on. And it's just that overall, I think this offense is just due. I think they're due to come out and just have a solid dominant game, because as the weeks go by, you see this offense continuing to progress and progress, get more confident, and they're starting to form more cohesion with each other. It was a big step forward from week 1 where the Steelers didn't even find the end zone. They kicked 6 field goals against Atlanta. Then you go to the next week and you get a touchdown on the board, somehow score fewer points. I don't know how that happened still. Oh, wait, I know, because of all the penalties. But, you know, a touchdown at least. And then last week, I thought was the best offensive showing that we've had in a while, where we get 20 points on the board. Justin Fields is responsible for both our touchdowns, a long touchdown pass to CA3. And like I said, the only reason that the Steelers didn't score 27 points is, even though they could easily have done it, they got a first down. It was at the goal line. It was under the 2-minute warning, and the Chargers couldn't stop the clock. So, yeah, like, even though they could easily have gotten another touchdown right there, they just decided to end the game. They had the game won. It was a 10-point game. LA wasn't going to come back and win with Taylor Heineke as QB. Game over. But this week, like I keep stressing, if there's an offense to just explode, and if there's a game for the offense to crack 30, I think this is the game to do it. Because I'm certainly not overlooking Indy's defense, but the fact is Indy's defense is real depleted right now. I mentioned in my pregame that they have a lot of players on IR, and I think that's a perfect opportunity for the offense to take advantage of it, because we know how Justin Fields has been playing. Justin Fields is gaining more and more confidence as the weeks go by. He's letting plays develop. He has really good pocket presence right now. He's got great awareness. He's finding receivers. He's not, well, with the exception of one pass, he's not forcing passes, and his reads are becoming quicker. I like what I see with Justin Fields. And of course, we all know his elusiveness with his legs, his playmaking ability. So Justin Fields is definitely maturing as a starter. He hasn't done anything to warrant him being benched for Russell Wilson to come in. And then you take a look at the skill players, or at least some of them. I mean, the ground game for us, I think, is due to have a really big game this week, because Indy's rush defense is bottom tier, right there with the Dallas Cowboys for being a bottom tier rush defense. And you saw it when Cordell Patterson and Najee got involved a little bit last week. And I think this is a really good opportunity for them to come on the scene in this one. We don't know the full extent of Jaylen Warren just now, so I think that really does open the door for Cordell Patterson. And of course, we know what Najee can do when he has an O-line actually blocking up for him. And speaking of the O-line, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I think the tackles on this O-line have really stepped up well. The guards have a little bit more work to do, more specifically on the right side, but I've been pleased with the tackles so far. There's been really good blocking going on. There's been gaps being opened up, and Najee's been finding them. So, it's looking like, yeah, pay Najee in the offseason, and he could probably really take that next step forward into being a really good running back for us and probably probably being the best we've had since the bus, in my opinion. Say what you want about Le'Veon Bell, but Le'Veon Bell was riddled with injuries. The bus did have injuries too, but it was more towards the end of his career. But you know what I'm trying to say with that right there. Um, but yeah, the tackles have stepped up. Zach Frazier, man, may as well start calling that guy IHOP because that guy is just a pancake factory, man. Pancake after pancake after pancake. That guy's producing at center. We have our friggin' center, man. It was going to be really hard to replace Marquise Pouncey, no doubt about that. But man, Zach Frazier, I keep leaving this out with every one of my videos about Zach Frazier, and I'm ashamed of myself that I do. Zach Frazier has been phenomenal so far. So definitely he's one to keep on the O-line right there. And then you take a look at our receivers. I think CA, aside from George Pickens, because we know Pickens is as big of a playmaker as you can get with this offense. But how about some of the other guys? I mean, we know that CA3 speed is a big game changer right there. 55-yard touchdown against LA last week. So we know that what he's capable of doing. But how about a guy like Roman Wilson? Does he finally get involved this week? If he's as healthy as Tomlin says he is, I see no reason for him to get his feet wet, for him to get some plays in, and for him to get some experience in. He's got great, crisp route running abilities, which I'm telling you right now, even though he hasn't played a down yet for us, it does not make me miss Deontay Johnson. Say what you want about Deontay Johnson and his route running ability, but Roman Wilson strikes me as that kind of guy that will actually attempt to make a play. Deontay Johnson could never really do that. How many times have I sat down here and was like, oh, Deontay's running backwards again. Oh, Deontay's too scared to take a hit, stuff like that. And I understand that he lit it up against the Raiders. But I'm telling you right now, it does not make me miss Deontay Johnson in the least bit. I'm telling you that right now. The Colts defense has allowed 200-yard passing games this season, including last week with Caleb Williams, where they allowed a 360-yard passing game from Caleb Williams, a rookie quarterback. So if Indy's defense is capable of allowing that to a rookie, I can only imagine what their defense can allow to not a great quarterback, but let's be honest. This is Fields' fourth season in the NFL. He is experienced enough and he has enough seasons under his belt to call him a veteran, in my opinion. I always say when it comes to labeling someone a veteran or it comes to labeling someone an experienced player, I'm always like, give him 4 years. Give him a presidential term. You know what I mean? And this is Justin Fields' fourth season. So I think I could call him a veteran at this point because this is his first presidential term in the NFL, if you want to put it that way. So yeah, I mean, just give these players a presidential term and see what they can do after 4 years. And you see that Justin Fields, with him starting to gain more confidence, with him letting plays develop more, with him finding good chemistry with receiving, and with him coming out and flat out saying that he absolutely prefers our coaching over Chicago's. No surprise right there because the Bears are just a complete mess as far as their front office, their coaching, their ownership goes. Not saying that Mike Tomlin is the best coach in the league, but when you have a guy saying that about his former coaching staff, that speaks volumes, in my opinion. I really think you're looking at a game where this offense is going to come out. They're going to come out swinging. They're going to get off to that fast start. They're going to get that initial punch in the face. And I see no reason for them to look back. So, like I said, if there's a week for this offense to really explode, I think this is the week to do it. Get it done, Steelers. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And I'm Mac, checking on out for the day. Have a good one, everybody.